Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, in this particular video we will learn the adder circuit. Now the adder circuit is basically drawn with two configurations. First is inverting configuration and second is non-inverting configuration. In this particular video we will learn separate form, that is inverting configuration wala adder circuit. This is general structure of inverting configuration of operational amplifier, where this is RF, this is your output voltage, inverting terminal, non-inverting terminal, plus VCC 7th pin and minus VEE 4th pin. 4, 7, 2, 3, 6. Now question arises, in the adder circuit, what change I have to use? I have to have n number of input resistances. N can be any integer value. It can be 100, it can be 10, it can be integer value. So here I will represent two resistances, that is R1, second is R2 and another is Rn, I can say. These are connected with one common node, that is input node. At other end of these resistances connected with voltage supply, n number of voltage supply I can have, n number of batteries with different values altogether. This is the value of ROM that we have learned. It is nothing but R1 parallel RF. Now that R1 is nothing but your value of parallel combination of all the resistances, right? Now in this case R1 is equal to R1 parallel R2 parallel up to Rn. Fine. Now how to analyze this circuit and why we have to name this as adder circuit? First of all, we will categorize into three parts. First is averaging circuit. Second is summing amplifier circuit. Third one is weighted amplifier circuit. With different values of ratios of R1 and RF or R1, R2 and Rn ka relationship, we will be getting three different categories of adder circuit with inverting configuration. First of all, we will do analysis. We will reach to final value of voltage gain in terms of RF and all these resistances. Now when we will start with the analysis, surely we have to follow the same procedure as we have done in inverting configuration ka amplifier ka analysis for voltage gain. This is the inverting terminal node. We will name this as node number A. If we try to have KCL at node number A, we will be getting different values of this circuit. If we try to go for the KCL at node number A, then we will be getting the relation between V1, V2, Vn and VO. And if this VO is addition of all this, then we can say that it's nothing but the summing amplifier. If we get the V1, V2 up to Vn ka average as your output voltage, then this will be your averaging amplifier circuit. And if this output is dependent on the values of these resistances, then we will be getting the weighted amplifier circuit. Let's analyze first. This circuit here is divided with n number of branches. I can say that current I1, current I2 and current IN, up to current IN I will be having. And these current flowing are nothing but 0, because of virtual ground concept already we have learned. 0 minus V1 divided by R1, that is nothing but I1. Similarly I2 up to IN we can find out the value of current. Value of current flowing through RF is nothing but, let's say, IRF, and that is nothing but this node ka voltage minus this node ka voltage divided by RF. Simple. Current going into the operational amplifier, we will treat this as I only, and we will neglect that value of I as input resistance is infinite. First of all, we will apply KCL at node number A. Very simple. We will elaborate this in the form of I1 plus I2 plus up to IN plus IRF plus I is equal to 0. As I is already 0, so we just have to have the relation between I1, I2 up to IN and IRF as well. I1 is equal to, we can say that this is nothing but V2, or we can say that V2 dash. I'm just differentiating V2 of input and the V2 of inverting terminal wala voltage, V2 dash minus V1, divide by the value of R1, this is nothing but I1, plus V2 dash minus V2 divide by R2, and so on. We will be getting V2 dash minus Vn divide by Rn. Okay, clear? Plus IRF is nothing but V2 dash minus VO divided by RF is equal to 0. Now in that case, we know that V2 dash is equal to 0 from which concept? Yes, virtual ground concept. And we can mention that if we take this minus sign outside, very easily we will be getting the value of V1 divided by R1 plus V2 divided by R2, and so on. We will be getting Vn divided by Rn very easily. And this is nothing but minus VO divided by RF is equal to 0. With this, we will be getting the relation between VO and all these input voltages as, if minus VO divided by RF, if I throw it towards the right hand side, then we will be getting VO is equal to RF minus RF into V1 upon R1 plus V2 upon R2 plus up to so on Vn upon Rn. This is the parental relation for your adder circuit in your inverting configuration. Now we will bifurcate this into 3 parts depending on the relation of R1, R2 up to Rn with your value of Rf. We will say that this is basic equation, equation number 1. Case number A. If Rf is equal to R1 is equal to R2 is equal to up to value of Rn. So if all the resistances ka value is same, then what will happen? We will say that this is equal to value R, let's say. Then we will say that equation 1 becomes VO is equal to minus R in bracket V1 divided by R plus V2 divided by R plus up to so on. We will be getting Vn divided by R. We can take this R common and R will get cancelled, and this is how we will be getting the value of addition of all the input voltages with phase shift signal with respect to your output signal, that will give you the value of output voltage. So if we are saying that output voltage is nothing but summation of all the magnitude of input voltages, then I can say that this is nothing but summing amplifier circuit, which showing the 180-degree phase shift as well, as this is inverting configuration. So this property will remain as it is about negative sign. This is called as summing amplifier. Equation number 2. We will consider case B, where in case B, I want to form averaging amplifier. Now we will go in the reverse way such that it will be very simple to understand the design aspect of this averaging amplifier circuit. I know the equation 1 indicates that VO is equal to minus RF into V1 upon R1 plus V2 upon R2 plus up to Vn upon Rn. Now in averaging amplifier, we want such value of VO in such a way that the VO is showing average of all the voltages present in the circuit. So suppose 3 voltages are present, V1 plus V2 plus V3, then divide by 3 should be there. So if n number of voltages are present, then it should get divided by n, that is n integer. I will say that the expression should be V1 plus V2 up to value Vn divided by the value n. So this is the required expression. I will name this as a required expression. Now compare this expression with equation 1. We will write both these equations with left and right combination. V1 plus V2 plus up to Vn divide by n is equal to, obviously this will be having phase shift as it is inverting configuration, and here we are getting minus Rf V1 upon R1 plus V2 upon R2 plus up to Vn upon Rn. One thing is very clear, that the values of R1, R2 up to Rn should have same value, right? If we will get that same value, then and only then denominator will be same, right? So from this equation, it is very clear that to get VO is equal to V1 plus V2 up to Vn divided by n with negative sign, R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3 is equal to up to Rn. So all the values in the denominator should be same. Then I can say this is equal to R, let's say. And again we will try to compare V1 plus V2 plus V3 up to Vn divided by n with negative sign here as well, negative sign Rf. I can take this R common, and here I can say this is R, and V1 plus V2 plus up to Vn, I'll get the relation between n and Rf upon R. We can say 1 upon n should be equal to Rf upon R. This should be the relation design aspect for averaging amplifier. So if someone says that I want averaging amplifier for 4 number of input supply, then I can say that if 4 number of input supply, then n is equal to 4, then I should try to form the resistances value such that the ratio of Rf upon R will come out to be 1 upon R. I can make a statement that if Rf upon R is equal to 1 upon N, then adder circuit becomes averaging amplifier circuit. So this is how we have learned averaging amplifier circuit, that is case number B. Now what about case number C? Case number C, that is third bifurcation of adder circuit in inverting configuration as weighted amplifier. Equation number 1 itself is weighted amplifier. So your basic amplifier, the equation for adder circuit itself is a weighted amplifier. That means if R1 is not equal to R2, is not equal to R3, and so on is not equal to Rn, is not equal to Rf, then I can say that this is your weighted amplifier. So we have to write the equation as it is same as that of equation number 1 for your weighted amplifier circuit. So far we have discussed about adder circuit, elaborated the adder circuit, 3 configurations of the adder circuit, one with your averaging amplifier, another with summing amplifier, and third one is weighted amplifier. In all these aspects, any of the design they can ask you, and you can draw with this kind of conclusion, and you can design the particular circuit with particular relationship with RF, R and N. Thank you so much for watching this particular video. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, then like, share and comment on this particular video, and don't forget to subscribe this channel Ekeeda. Thank you.